Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to do these neon effect nails with gel polish. They're really cool. I did one and had a play and loads of people asked for a tutorial, so I thought I would put one together. So here it is. Just starting off with my trusty display tips, pink tacked onto a cuticle pusher. As always, all the products are going to be Wow Wow. This is 102, which is black. It's a really pigmented black, which is great. I'm going to do 2 coats of black for the neon nails because I want it to be a really opaque black. The Wow Wow black gel is the best black gel that I've actually used. But I just wanted to make sure that it was absolutely solid, and I do really thin coats. So after those 2 coats have cured, I'm going to do a matte top coat on the nail. You don't have to do this. It's for me, when I do hand painting, I prefer to paint detail onto a matte top coat, just so the gel doesn't slide around, and also it seals in your black. So if you make a mistake, you can just wipe the gel off that you've painted on without taking any of that black pigment off the top. Sometimes with black, it's so pigmented, you can just wipe a little bit of the colour off. So the matte top coat for me just eradicates that. So I'm just going to dab a little bit of super white, which is 101 of gel polish from Wow Wow, onto that really dirty palette. I'm not very good at remembering to take stuff off of palettes, so you'll see that there's loads of cured stuff in there. This is the Wow Wow brush. It's the 9mm, I think I'm using in there, maybe 5. No, it's a 5. I don't know. There you go. Yeah, it's a 5mm. I don't know what I'm talking about really. I'm just using that one. That's from the liner brushes set. And what you're going to want to do is take your liner brush and just sketch out a rough design in white, and that's just going to give you your base. Now, neon signs are really basic. They are just shapes. There's no real detail to them. The effect comes from the way that we put the colours on, not from the detail of the shapes. I'm going to go onto the palette with all of the Wow colours. So there's Wow Pink. The next one is Orange, Wow Orange, which is 145. And just to put a little blob of everything, 147 is Blue, the Wow Blue. And obviously we do have all of these colours in acrylic, which are exactly the same numbers as well. There's the Wow Yellow and Wow Green, which is 144. Now, I like to place them around the edge for this because we're going to also, with each of the colours, we're going to leave a little dab of top coat. You can use base coat for this bit as well. I just prefer top coat out of the 2, but it's totally your choice. So add a little blob next to each colour. Now, as you can see, some of the colours and the top coats have run together. You see, especially with like the blue here. Don't worry about that, because actually in the next stage we're going to mix a little bit anyway, so it's not actually a problem. Put them close enough to mix. That's more the thing. So after you've got your white outline design, and it could be anything at all, decide what colours you're going to do all of your different characters. And I like to have each bit like bold but a different colour so it stands out. So I think it's only fitting that we have a pink flamingo, and I have sped this up because actually when I put this video together originally it was over an hour long, and I just thought you'd all get bored of me well before an hour, and actually even 28 minutes is probably too much to be listening to my trash going on. So Mr. Pink Flamingo, and he's going to be a Mr. I don't know why, he's going to have orange legs, and the grass is going to be green, but really you can paint it whatever the hell colour you like. whatever you please. And again, it's not about the detail, because I mean, I just went onto Google image search and searched up neon signs, and I took a lot of the inspiration from those really basic neon signs, like holiday signs, or like the 80s neon signs, the Club Tropicana type stuff, which works really well. This is just supposed to be a little swirly sun in the corner, so you know, the more basic the better, and it is quite quick. It is something that you could do as a salon now as well. So once you've cured that layer over your white of all your colours, mix in a bit of the top coat with the colour. You don't have to mix it quite as thoroughly. I think there was like a minute of me mixing that green. I don't even know. I think I must have just zoned out completely. And you're going to paint a halo around the line that you've just painted. So you're in essence, you've watered down your colour, and you're painting maybe a few millimetres either side of that pure colour line. Now it's going to look a bit of a mess when you do it, but don't panic. It's supposed to look blurry, and it's supposed to look almost smudged. That's the sort of effect that you're going to go for there. I've left this bit in real time, which means that I'm just kind of sat here chatting. Oh no, there we go, I've sped it up. Ta-da, well done. That's actually how quick I paint in real life. It's not, that's a lie. That would be great though, wouldn't it? If you could just speed that up. Here you go, here's your hand painted set of nails, 6 minutes. That'll be £35, please, thank you. Anyway, between each colour, because it is more of like, you don't have to be particularly neat, which is one of the things I absolutely love about this style. And it is a new style to me as well. Like, I literally had a play and then I came and did this tutorial, but I do like to quickly flash cure as I'm going along because of the top coat, and because it is a bit watered down. It can run a little bit, or it can withdraw, so it can sort of suck back as well on the nail. So I mean, a quick flash cure, 10 seconds, literally 10 seconds in. I'm not doing full cures each time. And you see, it does look a bit of a mess at the moment, and obviously the top coat makes a bit shiny, and the matte on the back doesn't really help. So I'm just going to go around my Mingo, which is what my youngest daughter used to call them, which was very cute. And she's almost a teenager now, so not so cute anymore, but still. Less Mingo, more, God mum, it's so embarrassing. And just his beak to do, his blue beak. Blue beak Bingo. And it does look a real mess, and actually I was really panicking, thinking I'm not going to put this in at all. But this is like quite a big flashy halo. So the next step after you've done that, and once I've got to the end there, I did give it a full cure. So again, water those colours down a little bit more even than you did before. So although you don't think it will show up on the black, it really does. And what you're aiming for is a glow. So it's a gradient of depth of colour. So you've got the main outline that you did in white in the full bright colour, and then you've got a halo around that in a slightly watered down version, and then once that's cured, you're going to do a halo outside of that in an even more watered down version. So it creates this glow that's fading out to nothing. And you can be really precise, or you can do what I did and just slap it on and hope for the best. And that, you know, you can see that looks an absolute state. But trust the process. Trust the process. It would help if I was in shot. There you go. Brilliant. Well done, Lisa. Ta-da! So at that point, when you're going to give that a full cure again, and you're going to go in with your liner brush really gently and just pick out that original line that you drew in white. and trace over that line very thinly, and that will just give that central line an absolute brightness. You can either leave that line white, and I do like to leave it white, I prefer the way that it looks, or you can do all the lines white and then use that extremely watered down colour that you did your most outer halo. You can just very briefly brush over that white with that colour, so you're almost tinting the white with the pink, for example, on the flamingo. And I think what I do at the end is just go over the bits that were very thick white, rather than going over all of the colours with their very watered down colour, because I like the way that that white in the middle looks, and actually your eye tricks you into thinking that that white is that other colour. So the flamingo's legs, for example, you can't really see that that central line is white, it looks orange. But if you see there, I'm just doing some adjustments. I didn't like the way that that middle looked. I've just gone over some of those white lines with that pink, so it's very bright, but it is still tinted pink. So again, I'm just going over that white line with the pink, and you see it just makes ever such a subtle difference, but enough for me to feel a bit happier about it. So still looking a little bit messy. I'm gonna have a quick cure, I believe, and then I think I'm going to top coat him. There you go, Diamond Shine No Wipe top coat. It's a really beautiful top coat from Wow Bao. Really strong, absolutely, like, cures incredibly tough. And I'm really heavy on my hands. I think most of us techs are really heavy on our hands. My nails don't, I think they're indestructible, to be honest. They don't chip or scratch or anything with this top coat. I absolutely love it. So top coated, it does look a bit better. It's really hard to get a decent shot, but that's a really glowy one. The next one I'm going to show you is ever so slightly less glowy. So that one I kind of slapped it on, and you know, I think the effect is really nice, and I really enjoyed doing that. And that's definitely like something that you could do in a salon set. The next one I took a bit more time doing. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just fiddling about. So this is the one that I did originally, and this is the one that people asked me to recreate, and that's the one that I just did just now. So you can see one's slightly more halo-y, the one that I just did, and the original one is a little bit more refined. So you can make the halo around the original figure as wide or not as you like. This one again, I'm gonna go in with the black as a base. I think I only do one coat this time because I'm gonna do something a little bit different here. I'm gonna do a little bit of a sandwich, and that just makes me hungry thinking of sandwiches. And then this is Wow Green Glitter. It hasn't got a label on the bottom because mine came in before everybody else's, haha, but it didn't have a label. Anyway, it's Wow Green Glitter. You can find it on the website. Do I have a fancy dish? I think I do. Look at that bad boy. I'm only going to do a little bit of glitter, so I'm only going to have a fancy dish, a little one, tiny. Let's just move him along. There we go. Hop. Take him off. Lovely. Oh, I do love a fancy dish. This is my size 14 Wow Bao acrylic brush. Look at that. Beautiful and sharp at the end. Love that brush. Love my 14 and my 16. And there is a size 12 on its way. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. This 12 is coming. So I've done a base of black gel polish. I'm just going to pop on a bit of the Wow green glitter on top of black. And something I love about these Wow glitters, not only that they are just absolutely stunning, but I love how versatile they are. I recently did a post on Instagram where I had used these Wow glitters, which are called the Summer Collection, in 4 different sets representing the 4 different seasons, and they work beautifully with all the different colours. So the pastels for spring, the neons for summer, the bronzy colours for autumn, and then the blues and sparkly whites for winter, and they work perfectly in all of them. So summer collection they may be, but summer only they are not. But something else I really love about them is how they look slightly different over different colours. You know, this green, when you put it over white, looks entirely different to here where I've put it over black, and I love that. It just makes it much more versatile, and I actually really love the way that that looks over black, because it looks stunning, darling. And then you just want to give that a clear cap with Wow Bao Crystal Clear. That's the 4 ounce tub of clear, which I would recommend. I've also got the 8 ounce tub, and they're such good value. They are ideal, and it's a lush clear as well. It's really, really, really clear. It's probably the most clear acrylic I've ever used, and the last brand I used, I thought that was the most clear until I used this one. But yeah, literally just a thin cap, just to cap everything in, make sure we've got it all really nice and flat and beautiful. And that's something else I love about the Wow Bao acrylics. You have loads of time to get it all lovely and flat, and the smoother and more even your application, the less filing you need to do. And I'm sure every single tech watching will love that, because we all love not to have to file so much. And I'm faffing, like this just goes on for ages because I faff, and I like to get it really neat because I'm stingy with my files as well. Funnily enough, I'm stingy with everything really. There we go. I think, are we done? Do you want to faff some more? Are we there? Right, I think that's it. I think I'm done. Right, clean your brush, put your brush away. Right, there we go. So I've drawn on another little design, and it's just like a little cocktail, a little palm tree, and a little pair of sunglasses at the bottom. Really similar to the first nail that I did that I put on social media. I'm using the same palettes, I'm using the same colours, and hopefully I've sped this up because yeah, there we go. Ta-da! Look at my speed painting. So quick, so quick. Can you guys even keep up? It's like watching Bob Ross and nails, isn't it? It's not. God, I love Bob Ross. If you don't know who Bob Ross is, just type in to YouTube Bob Ross painting and your mind will be blown. So anyway, same premise. We're just going to go over those white lines in the vivid pure colours, not anything watered down like the pure gel colours. And these gels are so heavily pigmented that they go over a thin white line on black, and look how bright they are, look how bright they stand out. I've never known another gel to do that. Mental, absolutely mental. So you want to give that a full cure. You can flash cure colour by colour if you want to protect those gels. Like my lamp is behind that palette, and what you don't see in the video that I've edited out is actually that I curl my hand around that palette while that nail's curing, so I don't cure the gels on the palette or the brush, because that's also a rookie error that I have made several times in my career, and continue to make because I'm a bit stupid like that. But yeah, don't leave your stuff in front of the lamp while you're curing it, because you just cure it. So this one I've been a bit more metered with, a little bit neater, a little bit closer with the halo, and really I like both. I like the way that both of those nails looked. It's really personal preference. I would have a play if I were you and just see what you prefer out of those. I really like the slapdash technique because it's quicker, it's less fiddly, it looks a bit more glowy, but some people like the fact that it's this one is, I don't know, neater? I don't know. Have a play, see what you prefer, do what you like. I'd love to see somebody, if any of you do it, give me a tag. That would be amazing. It's certainly not my technique. I didn't make it up. I've learnt it from other techs, and watching YouTube videos and Instagram and IGTV and all that sort of stuff, and Facebook, and yeah, so this is just my take on it. Again, I think there's other ways to do it. But again, I'm just tracing over those lines, and you can just see with a really thin little line, and that 5mm detailer brush from Wow is a really good brush for those really fine details. And just tracing those lines with a little highlight of white in the very middle just makes all the difference to these sets. You see where I'm, just in case you were wondering, where I'm dabbing on the glove, it's just where I've loaded my brush up a little bit too much, and I just want to take some off of the brush. That's all I'm doing it for. So there, I'm pretty happy with the result, and I'm going to give that a full cure, and that's come out of the full cure. And this is where I'm just taking that really watered down green and even some of the pink, just to blot out the really white lines. Not all of them, just anywhere that it looks really bright. And I think I'm going to cure that and then top coat it. Let's have a little bit of top coat action. Look at the reveal, because it's got glitter. Oh my god. I love this. You know, I've seen so much in the way of neon, and a few people do this technique on different base colours, which look stunning, absolutely stunning. But something I haven't seen is where people put glitter underneath on top of the black, and I hadn't seen that previously, so I thought, I'm going to give that a little bit of a go, and it worked out really well actually, and I really like it. So I thought what I would do is I would do a design on top of a full glitter nail. So that's what I'm going to show you next. I don't show you all of the painting. There's my fancy dish, swanning back in. But I am just going to show you the base. So I'm using Onyx, which is from the Premium Glitter collection. And it's not black, it's like a dark grey, really deep khaki kind of colour. It's difficult to, but it's got all these like holographic pieces It's very pretty, but very dark, but lovely. It's I got the whole premium glitter collection, so I love all of the colours, but this is one of my favourites. Look at that. I think I do focus in on this for like ages because it's really beautiful. Look at this. Do you know, I just love the sparkles in it. Look at all those different colours and the base of how deep it is, but all of those holographic tinges. So I'm going to do a candy skull and some dots on this one, and this is sort of the beginning of it, and this is how he ended up. Matte. I did a matte top coat and I wasn't sure, I don't think I really liked it, but actually it doesn't look too bad in matte. But then I decided actually I'm gonna make it shiny because I think it looks better, and it's just a little bit of top coat for you because we all like a bit of top coat porn. This. It's the reveal. Dun, dun, dun. All I can see is that stray hair on the brush. Anybody else? I'm gonna go and trim that off in a minute. Oh my god, I feel embarrassed about my unruly brush hair. Ah. Right, there we go. Bit of top coat porn for you. And the dots, again, I just did, like, just blobbed them on with the brush, but I just thought they added a little bit of extra interest. So, yeah, there you go. It was a little bit of an added design. I kind of wish that I'd recorded it, but, you know, I didn't, so there you go. I love it. This is him cured. He's absolutely gorgeous. He's my absolute favourite because I love skulls and candy skulls particularly. I might do a whole set of these. I don't really know. They are a bit fiddly to do, but you know, I think they're worth it. Like artistically, they look beautiful. So I'm just going to show you them all together. The one on the left hand side was the original one that I did on social media. Excuse me. And the rest I've just shown you, but they're all slightly different. Some of them are full glitter, some of them are little bits of glitter, and you know, I think it is a bit of trial and error, just having a play, seeing how you feel, do some research, find some different shapes, but don't be scared of just digging in and having a go. I've absolutely loved doing these. They're really fun, they're really interesting. Yeah, so give them a go, tag me and stuff, let me know what you think, let me know what else you want to see. This is the set that I did with the same idea, but yeah, there you go. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.